Have you ever found yourself thinking about what you'd like to leave behind after you're gone? It's a natural thought that comes with age, one that we all ponder at some point. Maybe it's the stories we've lived through, or the people we've loved, or even the work we've done throughout our lives. These thoughts aren't about regret. They're about making sure that our presence, our impact, lives on in some way, even when we're no longer here to witness it ourselves. It's common to wonder what truly matters in the grand scheme of life, especially as we reflect on what's most important. And as we get older, we often realize that there are a few things we still hope to accomplish, even if it's not in the traditional sense. So today, let's talk about 5 things people still want to do after they're gone. It's a concept that's both a little humbling and deeply inspiring, as it brings us to focus on what truly matters to us, no matter how far along we are in life. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't about adding pressure to do more or rush to accomplish every goal you've ever had. It's simply about focusing on what really leaves a legacy, on the things that endure beyond us. And when you think about it, these things are often the most meaningful, the most rewarding, and surprisingly, they don't require grand gestures. Let's start with the first thing people often wish for after they're gone: making a lasting difference in the lives of others. When we reflect on our lives, there's a certain joy in knowing we've had an impact, no matter how big or small, on the people around us. Whether it's our family, friends, or even strangers we've helped along the way, we want to know that we made someone's life better. That, in some way, we added value to their journey. Maybe you've raised children who've gone on to build families of their own. Maybe you've mentored someone in your community, helped them get on their feet, or encouraged them to pursue their dreams. It's the kind of difference that lasts beyond any of us, long after we're no longer around. And it's not always about dramatic acts of heroism. Sometimes, it's the small, thoughtful gestures that count the most. Offering a listening ear when someone needed it, or giving advice that helped someone navigate a tough time. As we get older, it's easy to think that our ability to impact others has diminished, but that's far from the truth. Your life experiences are a treasure trove of wisdom, and it's never too late to share that wisdom. Whether through stories, simple words of encouragement, or even just leading by example, you have so much to offer to those around you. In fact, many people find that later in life, they have more time to give back, whether it's by volunteering, being an active part of their community, or simply sharing life lessons with younger generations. No matter your age, the mark you make on others doesn't fade as quickly as you might think. Another thing many people wish for after they're gone is for their loved ones to be taken care of, both emotionally and financially. Now, I know this is a sensitive topic, and it's something we don't always want to think about, but it's something that's deeply important. It's the wish that your family is able to carry on after you're gone without too much hardship, that they have the tools, support, and love they need to continue on their paths. This could mean ensuring financial security through life insurance or setting aside some funds for their future needs. But it also means leaving behind emotional security, knowing that the bonds you've built will be strong enough to weather the inevitable challenges that life brings. Think about it. What greater gift could we leave behind than peace of mind for our loved ones, knowing that they're not only financially secure, but also emotionally supported by the love and values we've instilled in them? This is why spending time with family and fostering close relationships is so critical in our later years. It's a legacy that doesn't require physical wealth, but the wealth of love, guidance, and connection you've created over a lifetime. Now, while leaving a lasting difference on others and ensuring our loved ones are cared for are often high on the list of things people hope for after they're gone, the third thing many people still wish for is being remembered for the good times, the memories that make life beautiful. It's natural to want to be remembered with love, warmth, and fondness. After all, life isn't just about achievements and milestones. It's about the relationships we build and the experiences we share. Think about the times that truly made you feel alive. Whether it was family vacations, holiday dinners, or simply moments of laughter with friends. These are the memories that people carry with them long after the moment has passed. You've probably had experiences that you cherish, the ones that bring a smile to your face every time you think about them. These memories, the good times shared, are the things that often stand out the most when people remember you. And when you think about it, that's what you really want. People to remember you not just for what you did, but for the joy and love you brought into their lives. It's a reminder that we don't have to do something huge or significant to make a lasting impact. Sometimes the most meaningful moments are the simplest ones, the shared meals, the quiet moments, the stories told under the stars. These are the things that make life worth living. And they're the things that stay with people long after we're gone. Now that we've talked about the first 3 things people wish for after they're gone, making a lasting difference, ensuring the well-being of our loved ones, and being remembered for the good times, it's time to move on to some other ideas. Stay with me as we dive into more of what people still hope to accomplish and how these things help shape the legacy we leave behind. Remember, every life is a story, and your story is far from over. What will yours say when it's all said and done? Let's explore that further in the next part. As we continue reflecting on the things people still wish to do after they're gone, one thing that stands out is the desire to leave behind a sense of purpose. It's a universal wish, regardless of age, to know that our lives mattered for more than just the fleeting moments. The quest for purpose, something greater than ourselves, is a driving force that pushes many of us throughout life. And even when we're older, that sense of purpose doesn't fade. It transforms into something more profound, something that transcends our immediate surroundings. Perhaps it's because, as we grow older, we understand that our time on this earth isn't infinite, and we want to ensure that the things we did, the work we accomplished, and the people we helped were all meaningful. This is not necessarily about grand achievements or accolades. Sometimes it's about creating something, whether it's a project, a piece of art, or a legacy of kindness that reflects the essence of who we are. Think about those things you've always cared deeply about. Maybe it's a cause that's close to your heart, something you've supported throughout your life. Maybe it's sharing your love for gardening or cooking with the next generation. Whatever it is, that passion you've nurtured has the potential to leave an imprint on the world long after you're gone. When we approach life with purpose, everything we do holds weight, and that impact can reverberate through generations. One beautiful thing is that purpose doesn't always have to be something that you build or leave behind. It can also be the way you live each day. By living a life driven by purpose, you show others how to do the same. Your example is powerful. Think of it like planting seeds. Those seeds will grow into something far beyond what you can imagine, and the ripple effect will carry on through the lives of others. Even if you don't see it yourself, the good you put into the world has the power to last well beyond your time here. Alongside purpose, many people still long to make peace with their past. For some, this might be one of the most important things to accomplish before they're gone. It's not unusual to carry old regrets, misunderstandings, or unresolved issues that can weigh heavily on our hearts. But there comes a point in life when we realize that making peace with these past struggles can be one of the most freeing acts we can undertake. The process of forgiving others and forgiving ourselves allows us to let go of any emotional baggage that may hold us back. Imagine the weight lifting off your shoulders when you finally forgive that old friend or family member for a past misunderstanding, or when you let go of the guilt that's been holding you back for years. It's not about excusing bad behavior, but about freeing yourself from the negative emotions that drain your energy. When you forgive, you do it not just for the other person, but for yourself, to reclaim the peace and joy that's rightfully yours. This process of forgiveness is a profound act of self-care, and it's never too late to start. You can still take steps to heal old wounds, to resolve conflicts, and to make amends where possible. By doing so, you allow yourself to live more fully in the present, unburdened by the shadows of the past. It's a gift you can give, not only to yourself but also to those you love, creating a peaceful, loving environment that will last long after you're gone. Now, As we're talking about making peace with the past, there's another deeply fulfilling wish that often comes up: leaving behind something that shows your true character. This might be the most meaningful legacy of all, the chance to be remembered not just for what you did, but for who you were. Many people wish to leave behind something that reveals their values, their kindness, and their unique spirit. The funny thing is, this doesn't require any grand gestures. It's about being genuine in every interaction, treating others with respect, and living in alignment with your core beliefs. Maybe it's the way you helped a neighbor with their groceries, or how you always made time for someone in need. It's in the small, everyday acts of kindness that your true character shines through. People will remember you not for the amount of money you had or the titles you held, but for the way you made them feel, for the warmth you exuded, the empathy you showed, and the authenticity with which you lived your life. And when it comes down to it, those are the things that will carry on long after you're gone, because they speak to the heart of who you truly were. Just as we want to leave behind something that reflects our true nature, there's also a desire for many of us to create something that brings joy and comfort to future generations. This could be something tangible, like a family heirloom or a piece of writing. It could be the traditions and rituals that have been passed down through the years. Or it could be something a little less tangible, like the values and lessons we've shared with others. These creations, whether physical or intangible, are the gifts that keep on giving. Have you ever noticed how, when you pass something down, whether it's a recipe, a song, or even a funny story, there's a certain magic to it? It connects the present with the past, and it gives future generations a sense of continuity. These items or traditions become symbols of the love and care you've invested in those who come after you. The beauty of this is that creating these legacies doesn't always require effort or money. Sometimes it's simply about being present, nurturing relationships, and sharing the things that are most important to you. Whether it's teaching your grandchildren how to bake a family recipe or passing on a cherished memory, these acts of love form the lasting foundation that future generations can build upon. At the heart of all these desires, making a lasting difference, leaving a legacy of purpose, forgiving and healing, and showing our true character, is the universal human need to feel connected, to leave a mark on the world that reflects the love we've given and received. These are the things that people still want to do after they're gone. Now, as we look at these desires, it's clear that they're all connected. They stem from a deep understanding of life's most important truths, that relationships matter more than anything, that our actions shape the world, and that our time here is precious. And as we approach the final point in this conversation, let's take a closer look at one last thing that many people hope for after they're gone: living. A life that's full, rich, and complete. But before we dive into that, let's pause and reflect on the amazing things we've already discussed. The opportunity to leave behind a legacy of love, wisdom, and purpose. These are the gifts that can truly transform not only our lives, but the lives of those who come after us. It's never too late to start creating that impact. Let's keep going and explore how we can live life fully and without regrets, leaving behind a legacy that speaks to the heart of who we are. As we reach the final part of our conversation, it's important to reflect on one last thing that many people hope for after they're gone: living a life that's full, rich, and complete. At the end of the day, what most of us truly want is to feel that we lived well, that we made the most of the time we were given and embraced every opportunity for joy, growth, and connection. This is perhaps the most profound desire of all: to look back and know that we didn't just exist, but we truly lived. Living a full and rich life doesn't necessarily mean traveling the world or accomplishing big, sweeping achievements. It's more about making the most of the moments we're given, cherishing the relationships we have, and finding meaning in our everyday experiences. Sometimes, the most fulfilling moments come not from extraordinary events, but from the quiet moments spent with loved ones, the gentle satisfaction of a day well spent, or the peace found in personal growth. For some, living fully might mean taking risks they never took before, perhaps learning something new, stepping out of their comfort zones, or pursuing a passion that they've always kept on the back burner. For others, it might simply be about finding contentment in the present moment, fully appreciating the beauty of the world around them. But whatever it looks like for you, living a full life means being intentional with your time, embracing joy, and choosing to make each day matter. As we get older, we might think that certain things are no longer within reach. Perhaps we feel that the window for adventure has passed, or that it's too late to start something new. But the truth is, it's never too late to live a rich and fulfilling life. You don't have to wait for a particular milestone or a specific event to begin living with intention. Every day is an opportunity to embrace life fully and make the most of what you have. Whether it's taking up a new hobby, reconnecting with an old passion, or simply spending more time with the people you love, living a full life is about making choices that bring joy and meaning to your days. It's about surrounding yourself with positivity, nurturing your health, and staying curious about the world around you. When you choose to live fully, you open the door to countless possibilities, and you find that the things you've always wanted to do are often closer than you think. Now that we've explored these 5 things that people often hope for after they're gone, making a lasting difference in the lives of others, ensuring our loved ones are taken care of, being remembered for the good times, leaving behind a sense of purpose, and living a life full of richness and meaning, there's one thing that ties them all together: the idea of living with intention. Each of these wishes reflects a desire to make a positive impact and to live a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling. And while we may not always have control over when our time will come, we do have control over how we live today. Remember, it's not about achieving everything on a checklist or leaving behind a perfect legacy. It's about living in a way that feels true to you, embracing the people and passions that matter most, and making the most of every day. You've already built a beautiful life, full of experiences, stories, and wisdom, and now it's about continuing to share that with the world. And here's the good news. No matter where you are in life, you have the power to make a difference, to leave a legacy, and to live fully. Each moment is an opportunity to make an impact, to show kindness, to express love, and to create memories that will last for generations to come. So take a moment to think about the things you still want to do, the ways you want to make a difference, and the legacy you want to leave behind. The beauty of life is that there's always time to start, no matter where you are in your journey. As we wrap up, I encourage you to think about the small changes you can make today that will contribute to the legacy you wish to leave. Whether it's offering a helping hand, reaching out to a loved one, or simply taking a few moments each day to appreciate the beauty around you, every step you take toward living intentionally is a step toward a rich, fulfilling life. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. What are the things you hope to leave behind? What legacies do you wish to create in the years ahead? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to read your stories. And if this video resonated with you, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Remember, it's never too late to start making a difference, living fully, and leaving behind a legacy that reflects the best of who you are. Here's to living your best life at any age, and to making each day count. I'm so glad you're still with me as we explore this wonderful and meaningful topic together. There's something truly beautiful about the idea of leaving a legacy, and I hope that as we've talked through these different points, you've been able to reflect on your own life and the lasting impact you've made and continue to make. After all, we all have a story, and that story doesn't end with a date on a tombstone. It lives on through the people we touch, the lessons we teach, and the love we share. If there's one last thing I'd like to emphasize as we close, it's that the true value of life lies in the little moments, the things we often overlook, the conversations we have with friends, the hugs we share with family, the quiet walks in nature, or even the smiles we exchange with a stranger. These moments are what truly matter. And even if they seem small, in the grand scheme of things, they are the things that will be remembered long after we're gone. So, don't wait to start. Whether it's a phone call to someone you've been meaning to reconnect with, an act of kindness to brighten someone's day, or simply taking a moment to appreciate all the wonderful things in your life, start now. These little actions add up to a life well lived, a life that leaves behind a legacy of love, wisdom, and warmth. And just as importantly, don't be afraid to embrace joy, to laugh, to try new things, and to keep learning. It's never too late to make your mark, to live with purpose, and to create something beautiful that others will remember. Age is just a number, and every day presents a new opportunity to live more fully, to share more deeply, and to leave a legacy that reflects the best of who you are. So, let's all continue to write our stories, one day at a time. There's so much more ahead of you, and you have so much to offer. Thank you for being a part of this conversation. I'm so grateful to be able to share these thoughts with you, and I hope you feel encouraged and inspired to embrace the beautiful journey that lies ahead. Remember, it's not the big dramatic moments that define us. It's the everyday actions, the quiet gestures, and the way we choose to live each day with intention and heart. Your legacy is already unfolding in the way you live, the way you love, and the way you show up for others. Keep doing what you do best, sharing your light, your kindness, and your wisdom with the world. I'd love for you to keep this conversation going in the comments below. What are some of the things that matter most to you? What are you still hoping to achieve, experience, or leave behind? I'm always here to hear your thoughts and connect with you. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we can keep exploring the beautiful aspects of life and the legacies we can create. Here's to living fully, loving deeply, and leaving behind something meaningful that lasts forever. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.